My name is C Gaston, owner chief strategist with Open Sky Y. We're an organization that works with nonprofits in grassroots settings and communities, particularly groups that are seeking to build better outcomes for their population and taking chances to build something meaningful for others. We work with individuals and organizations around their purpose and their mission and make it meaningful in their day-to-day lives and those of the people they hope to serve. For the last several years, since really March 2008, I've been working with a group of advocates based in Shiprock and Four Corners part of the country. This has been a challenging project for all of us. It was funded through a grant I wrote initially through Mental Health America to Bristol Myers Squibb. And after 2.5 years, the wonderful news is that this group has received additional funding on their own and will be continuing the programs of doing an extremely important job, helping people who've been on the street, who are struggling in their recovery, to make those steps that their lives can be whole and healed again. They recruit peers, they provide training for them, they help them get certified by the state, so the state will be one way that they can be paid through placement for services. And then something additional they do that we put into the grant that's unusual. The project funds internships for peers who have graduated from their program at multiple sites, giving them an opportunity to truly prove themselves in an internship role before they're actually hired on and paid by the agency. Once they are hired in full-time employment, they become additional peer mentors for the other peers coming from the project. They have a great board, they have wonderful opportunities, and they're truly, to me, a bright point in what's happening in this country.
Those that come in through the drop-in center, through our doors, they come from the streets. And so when a peer talks to them one-to-one, they can connect. But if it's like a provider talking to them, a clinician, they kind of push away. So peers are very vital in this project and a part of this program, because if it wasn't for peers, this program wouldn't be where it's at. Because the work of the peer, working with relatives, seems like they're more receptive. The relatives are more receptive to them.
The economic development on the Navajo Nation is one of the greatest needs, and that this idea that we could take peers, people who had overcome or had moved forward in their struggles with mental health and with these other elements of life, that they could then help their own relatives, their own peers within the community, and that we had this opportunity to set up a program to recruit and train these peers, and then to help develop areas where they could work and make a living as peer development.
And when you create jobs in a place that has been oppressed for so long, the economy is bad, there's no jobs anywhere, through the program, the peer support program, it helps with the self-esteem of a person. They're able to provide for their family. They're able to go out there and pay their bills. They don't have to rely on the government. And at the same time, like I said, for me, it gives me that hope. Seeing another person get sober or even ask for help, or building that trust and having them come to you and talk to you and trusting you, So peer support work and the project with employment is much needed, especially on the Navajo Nation.
This Mental Health of Americas helps individuals to go in that direction. They need support, they need guidance, they need understanding, and hopefully through the Peer Specialist program, that's the direction that that they're gonna get. We have many success stories for individuals that have mental health problems with alcohol, that have gone to prison, that have had corporate jobs and had, because of alcohol, drugs, they've lost it. We've had young women that are struggling with being a single parent. It's this Mental Health of Americas is, at least they know that they're not alone. The struggle is not silent. They know that there is something out there that can help them with everyday living.
And coming into this, I had no money, and I didn't have a place of my own, I didn't have a vehicle of my own, and everything's just all come together for me. And through my peer, I do my internship out of Shiprock at a place called Tota Behavioral Health in Farmington, and that's where I'm at now, and I'm still there. And what I've gained from it is a lot. I've gained a lot of, I guess you would say, rich with people. I've got to know a lot of people who are struggling and who are going through a lot of the things I've went through as a child and as an adult. And people around my age, from 21 to 25, I talk to them, and a lot of them seem to be more comfortable around me because I've shared the same experiences as they have. So I get a lot done, and I've also helped with Tota with the AA meetings. I also help with the traditional part too. A person by the name of Albert, I help him with the sweat lodge ceremonies. I help him with the traditional education and the men's group as well.
One of our project is the drum making, which we did for 3 days, and we had breakfast and lunch catered, and we had snacks. And at the beginning of the training, we had introduction, and one of the counselors, his name is Bill, he's been in recovery for over 30 years. He shared his story on alcohol, being on the street on Skid Row, and how he became sober. He did his introduction on the drum making, and we used the drum making to connect with the relatives on recovery and alcohol issues, from the cutting of the tree to the cleaning of the inside of the tree, and how hard it is to clean the drum and chip away and sanding it. We use all that stuff to relate to alcoholism and how life it's hard to take care of our lives and our family and our teachings. We have to take care of it, and it's hard work to achieve things. That's one of our projects that we have done with the counselors. And the other project we did was sewing, which basically it connects us to family values, safety, tools, supplies, and opens up a lot of topics in the group. And that's how we relate to our female relatives in the community and address certain issues when we're doing our projects. Certain things come up, and that's how we work with the ladies.
As Navajo people, our culture gives us has a lot of teaching, a lot of wisdom. It also provides spiritual support that's needed in recovery, as everybody knows. And the use of sweat lodges and different ceremonies. And then just the curriculum itself also here provides teachings from the medicine wheel. Sometimes we borrow from other tribes, but basically it's Native American, it's who we are. It makes more sense to us than some of the other modalities out there. But meshing them, the two together, provides a better basis for recovery and moving on in life.